Imagine a world where liberty triumphs, where every voice resonates with power. This is the promise of America's constitutional republic. Together, we can unlock the true might of freedom, safeguarding our rights, and shaping a future where individual sovereignty reigns supreme. In our ever evolving world, grasping America's identity as a constitutional republic is paramount. The Constitution doesn't merely outline governance, it enshrines principles that empower individuals over the state, making its relevance resonate through every facet of our lives today. Distinguishing America as a republic rather than a generic democracy clarifies misconceptions about decision making and rights protection. In a democracy, the majority rules directly, potentially disregarding minority perspectives or rights. However, in our constitutional republic, the Constitution itself serves as a bulwark, ensuring everyone's freedoms are safeguarded irrespective of majority opinion. Moreover, each citizen plays an instrumental role as a guardian of liberty. Our involvement actually transcends voting. It includes something so precious, and this is what it is: staying informed about laws and their impacts, holding elected officials accountable, and actively participating in local communities to advocate for justice and freedom. Understanding these concepts is crucial because it shapes how we interact with our government and one another, building a society where freedom isn't just aspirational but lived daily by all, regardless of creed or background. As we become more knowledgeable about what truly makes us free, knowledge coupled with responsibility, we stand better equipped to fiercely protect those freedoms against any forms of tyranny or oppression trying to diminish them. Your voice profoundly shapes our future, a future founded on principles fully realized through acknowledging who we are. A nation conceived under God for unparalleled freedom across generations yet unborn. Embracing this understanding empowers us to actively safeguard the liberties we cherish. To truly embrace the spirit of freedom America embodies, we must decode what being a constitutional republic means. The Constitution is not just a historical document, but a living blueprint designed to protect individual liberties while outlining the structure and limits of government power. At its core, the difference between a republic and a democracy is more than semantics. It's about safeguarding rights against the tyranny of majority rule. While democracy emphasizes majority rule without constraints, a republic protects minority rights through laws and an established constitution that cannot be overridden by mere popularity or mass opinion. This distinction ensures decisions align with fundamental principles protecting every citizen's rights. Central to American governance are pillars such as separation of powers among the branches, legislative, executive, and judicial, preventing any one from becoming too powerful. Federalism, allowing states certain autonomy, checks and balances, ensuring accountability, and most importantly, recognition and protection of individual freedoms like speech, assembly, religion, etc., typically found in amendments constituting the Bill of Rights. Understanding these aspects doesn't just make us informed citizens, but empowers us actively within our governing process. It equips us with knowledge beyond surface level civics, providing insights into how policies affect our freedoms directly or indirectly, guiding informed voting practices to ensure legislation reflects constitutional values. Comprehending America's identity as a constitutional republic instills respect for the law and inspires active preservation and promotion towards sustaining the liberty we treasure today for generations forward. Now, how do we bring these principles to life? Well, understanding the principles of a constitutional republic is one thing. Applying them to our daily lives and community interactions breathes life into these ideals. What it does is it transforms abstract concepts into tangible actions. At the heart of this application is the citizen's impact. The powerful role each individual plays in shaping governance through informed voting, engaging in community discussions, and advocating for constitutional adherence. Voting with knowledge and conscience isn't merely casting a ballot, but understanding candidates' stances on key issues, their commitment to upholding constitutional values, and how proposed policies might influence fundamental freedoms. This requires due diligence, researching beyond campaign rhetoric to grasp the implications of electoral choices on liberty and governance. The power of local governance often becomes evident through examples from history where grassroots movements have significantly influenced policy change. The suffrage and civil rights movements, for instance, reshaped America's political landscape by mobilizing citizens towards a common goal rooted in expanding freedoms within our constitutional framework. These movements underscore that profound changes often start at local levels before rippling outwards, a testament to participatory democracy within our republic. But it's not pure democracy. Moreover, defending freedom encompasses active involvement beyond voting periods. It's about staying vigilant against laws and policies potentially infringing on rights or expanding government authority unjustly. Historical instances like citizens contesting unfair legislation during the American Revolution or more recent activism fighting for privacy rights illustrate how understanding shapes advocacy, turning passive observation into proactive defense of liberties we hold dear. Liberty in action is more than an ideal. It's a narrative woven through the fabric of American history and present, illustrated by compelling stories that inspire and challenge us to uphold our constitutional republic. The Revolutionary War wasn't just a historical event, it was a bold assertion of autonomy, self-governance, and the unyielding desire for freedom from tyrannical rule. This period exemplifies courage and conviction in fighting for principles that would lay the groundwork for our nation. In more recent times, modern movements have continued to shape policy through grassroots efforts, echoing the Republic's foundational call for active participation. Consider the environmental movement, which began with local communities concerning themselves with conservation efforts, but eventually led to nationwide policies promoting sustainability. Now, of course, the enemy has taken this and twisted it, but from the beginning it wasn't so. Similarly, movements advocating for equal rights regardless of race, gender, or sexual orientation demonstrate how collective voices can affect change within a constitutional framework designed to evolve alongside society values. Moreover, tales of everyday heroes, ordinary citizens, stepping up in extraordinary ways serves as powerful reminders of individual impact. From community volunteers working towards better educational resources to activists striving for justice reform, or individuals protecting free speech online, or even those that are protecting the Constitution. These stories underscore the significance not only of leading by example, but also participating meaningfully within one's own sphere of influence. These narratives embody liberty in action. They are testaments to what we can achieve when committed to safeguarding freedoms granted by our constitutional republic. Each story serves as motivation, for every citizen holds within them the power to enact change, advocate for rights, and contribute towards crafting a future where liberty isn't just inherited, but actively pursued and protected by all. So here's your call to action. As we've journeyed through the essence of living in a constitutional republic, the pivotal role of understanding and actively participating in this grand experiment of self-governance has been illuminated. We revisited the essence of a constitutional republic, emphasizing not only the blueprint laid out by our founding documents, but also the dynamic nature of our governance, which relies upon an informed and engaged citizenry. Our discussion underscored that your role in preserving liberty is both a privilege and a responsibility. It transcends mere electoral participation. It involves being vigilant about policies, vocal against injustices, and valiant in defending the freedoms enshrined within our Constitution. This vigilance serves as the cornerstone for safeguarding against complacency or erosion of rights. In compelling forth action, we must remember that forging a future of freedom isn't solely up to lawmakers or distant entities. It begins with each one of us, from understanding key differences between republicanism and democracy to applying these concepts in local governance and beyond. You possess incredible power to influence change. Let this knowledge fuel your commitment to ensuring America remains true to its identity, a haven for liberty where every individual can flourish unencumbered by unwarranted interference or oppression. Engage in civic discussions. Educate others about their civic duties. Stand firm against any attempts undermining constitutional safeguards. Together, let's embrace this call to action, not merely as passive observers, but as proactive guardians of our republic's ideals. Our collective efforts will ensure that this beacon of freedom continues shining bright for generations to come. Each individual empowered under God for creating a world where liberty reigns supreme across all aspects of life. Remember to like, share, and subscribe so that we can continue to keep liberty alive. God bless you, and God bless America.